You learn to walk in that gap. You learn to speak in that gap. You formed your first bond with another human in that gap, but you cannot remember a single second of it. Psychologists call this infantile amnesia. It affects every human on Earth, no exceptions. Sigmund Freud first named it in 1905. He believed those memories were repressed. Trauma, he said, pushed them underground. He was wrong. The truth is stranger than repression. Your brain did not lose those memories. Your brain never stored them in a way you could retrieve. Think about that for a moment. 3 years of experience. Gone. Not hidden. Never recorded. In 2014, researcher Paul Frankland at the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto found the real cause. He was studying mice. Baby mice form memories normally. Adult mice form memories normally, but baby mice cannot keep those memories as they grow. Frankland discovered why. New neurons. The hippocampus is your brain's memory storage center. In babies, the hippocampus is exploding with new neurons, thousands every single day. These new neurons flood in and overwrite the old connections, like writing on a whiteboard that keeps getting erased. Frankland published his findings in the journal Science in May 2014. The process is called neurogenesis. Adults still grow new neurons, but not at the same rate. By age 4, neurogenesis slows down enough for memories to stick. Before that, it is a wave constantly washing the beach clean. But wait, if your hippocampus cannot store those memories, what is happening instead? Something else is. Babies are not blank slates. They are learning machines. They recognize their mother's face within hours of birth. They learn the sound of their native language by 6 months. They understand cause and effect by 8 months. So where does all that learning go? It goes somewhere the hippocampus cannot reach. It goes implicit. Implicit memory is the kind you use without thinking. Riding a bicycle. Typing on a keyboard. Recognizing that your mother's face is your mother's face. You cannot explain how you know it, but you know it. Those first 3 years built the foundation. Every face you recognize, every word you understand, every expectation you have about how the world works, all of it was assembled in that gap. You just cannot see the construction. Carolyn Rovag-Collier proved this in 1989 at Rutgers University. She tied a ribbon to a baby's ankle. The other end connected to a mobile above the crib. Babies as young as 2 months learned to kick. The mobile moved. They remembered the trick weeks later. They had no conscious memory of learning it. But their body remembered. Implicit memory was doing its job. So your first 3 years are not gone. They are buried so deep you cannot access them consciously. They are running in the background right now, shaping every decision you make. Why do you prefer certain foods? Why do you feel calm around some people and anxious around others? The answers were written in those 3 years. Now here is where it gets unsettling. Your sense of self was built in the dark. You became you without any memory of becoming. Who you think you are is a story. The first 3 chapters are missing. You wrote the rest to fill the gap. Psychologist Robin Fivush at Emory University studies how families tell stories about the past. She found that children whose parents talk about early events develop stronger autobiographical memory. The stories parents tell become the child's memories, even if the child was too young to remember the actual event. You think you remember your 3rd birthday? You probably do not. You remember the photograph. Or the story your mother told. Your brain filled in the blank with borrowed material. Neuroscientist Peter Goldstein at the Max Planck Institute in 2022 confirmed something even stranger. Baby mice actually have better visual memory than adult mice. Their brains can store more information per day, but they cannot hold on to it. The system is built for speed, not storage. A baby's brain is not broken. It is optimized for a different job. The job of learning everything from scratch: language, movement, social cues, danger signals. The brain trades permanence for capacity. It processes massive amounts of data, then discards most of it to make room for more. By age 3, the system shifts. Capacity slows, storage begins, you start keeping memories. The first one most people retain happens around age 3.5. A fragmented image, a feeling, a single moment that survived the flood. Why that moment? No one knows for certain. It might be random, it might be emotional. It might be the first time a memory formed during a quiet patch of neurogenesis. Whatever the reason, it becomes the first chapter of your story. The chapters before it exist. They are just written in a language you can no longer read. How many of your personality traits were forged in memories you will never access? Consider this. Every fear you cannot explain, every comfort you cannot trace, every instinct that makes no logical sense, they all started somewhere. That somewhere is the gap. The 3 years that made you. You are walking around right now carrying the weight of experiences you cannot name. Your brain built an entire operating system before you had a single conscious thought. You have been running on it ever since. Infantile amnesia is not a bug. It is the price of becoming human. You had to forget who you were in order to become who you are.